Mark with Abishai Tactical Solutions. And I'm here today with Doug Lay with Mayhem Leathers. Doug is also a NRA firearms instructor, and I want to put this in there. He's also a fellow sub-second man. So, anyways, with that being said, a lot of people have messaged me and asked me a lot of questions about holsters, concealment holsters, and that type of thing. So, what we want to do today is as I came up here to Doug's here for Mayhem Leather, just to get him to lay some stuff out and just kind of go over some stuff and him share some of his expertise with us, because he knows a lot about this. He makes them, and who better to talk to than the guy that makes them? So, Doug, you want to just kind of share with us some pros and cons and some things?
Sure, Mark. So when you're choosing a holster, and this is something I get questions, you don't want to teach concealed carry often about firearms. You don't often get questions about a holster because I think a lot of people don't give enough thought to how they're going to carry the firearm.
Right.
I know you've talked about that, Mark.
Yes.
Where you carry, and it's important where you carry. It's important how you carry a firearm. People go out and spend $400, $500, $600 on quality firearm, put it in a $10 holster. And this is one of the first holsters I ever bought back before I knew any better. And this is a holster. They advertised it. It was at a gun show. They advertised it saying this will fit any gun. And the thing about a holster that fits any gun doesn't really fit any gun. You look at I know you carry Kydex.
Mm-hmm.
I carry in Kydex a lot too. We also leather. I like leather. But a Kydex holster is molded right to the gun. You can see that is molded right to that gun. It's fit to it. You hear that click when it goes in.
Right.
It's secure. And when people talk about holsters, they think of comfort, concealment. Those are the two things most people think about.
Right.
But what's just as important, maybe more important, can I get to that firearm, access it, and deploy it, and get in the fight quickly?
Yes.
So when you look for a holster, those are the things you want to look for. And I always tell people, when you look at, say, a Kydex holster, and you can buy these for $30, $40, $50. This is one that I'm evaluating right now from Zcode. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's got the sidecar with the the mag holder. But when you look at a holster, look at the edges, see if they're smooth, polished, they're uniform in shape. Look at how the clip is attached, and just check the quality. Those things may not seem important; they're cosmetic, but it tells you what the maker thinks of their product.
Right.
Do they pay attention to detail? Do they care about quality? Look at the surface of the Kydex. Is it burned? I've seen a lot of new holster, and there's a lot of guys out there that are just making them out of the garage.
Yeah.
And I've seen some of them where they burn the Kydex. The way these are made, they heat the Kydex up. It's folded over the gun. This is what's called a taco style one piece. It's folded over like a taco. It goes in a press, and it's molded to the gun. If you overheat these or leave them in and heat them too long, they can burn the Kydex and they'll get brittle. And I've actually seen clips that break off of the holster because of that.
I did not know that.
So you want to pay attention to that. Pay attention to the attention to detail, the quality, and look for a holster that holds your gun firmly on the belt. You ever seen the sticky holster? I don't want to disparage anybody in their holster, but I don't like a holster that doesn't attach to your belt.
Right.
That isn't secure.
Right.
And some of these are just not secure enough to safely hold your firearm. So those are things that I think are important that you want to watch for in getting a holster.
Well, I tell you, and as I said before, everything is amplified under stress. And you talk about a holster that you can't anchor to some extent because you're going to be snatching and grabbing and trying to get that gun to work. That average gunfight being 3 seconds, that's a small window of time that you have to operate within. So you don't want to pull a gun and a holster come out with it, obviously. So, but
well, cover, some things like covering the trigger guard, make sure the trigger guard's covered so that you don't accidentally hit the trigger coming out. Those are the kind of things you want to look for in a good holster, and one that, like I said, securely fastened the belt, molded to the gun, secure.
Well, thank you, Doug. I appreciate that, brother. Mayhem Leathers, they'll hook you up. Now, when it comes to these holsters, I had a lot of people ask questions about them, and a lot of people ask me questions about what's the best kind. As I say, and I stick to this, it's just like buying a new car. First of all, as Doug mentioned, make sure that that holster is designed and made for that weapon specifically. But you just kind of got to get behind the wheel of that car and drive it around and find what fits you and what suits you best as far as comfortable, but something that you can get access to and get up and go to work as quick as you can with. So, anyways, I hope this was a help to you in some way today. And if I may also add, as I said before, I put my hand on him. Doug also is a fellow believer in Christ, and just as me, he's here to echo everything I say when I say that you're the apple of God's eye. He adores you and he loves you. And until I see you again,